My name is Heather Jesvold, and I'm the treasurer for Madison City Schools PTA, and I would like to introduce Ranae Bartlett, who is the candidate for Madison City Council District 5. Thank you, Ms. Bartlett, for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thanks for having me.
To get started, can you tell me what specific issue or reason motivates you to serve on Madison City Council?
Well, as a 17-year resident of District 5 and finishing my 10th year on the Board of Education of one of the finest school systems in this state and nation, I've seen firsthand the effects of the decisions of the City Council on the residents of Madison. During the property tax referendum campaign last year and even during the day of the vote, I heard numerous residents in District 5 express concern about the effect of rapid growth on our school system and the lack of revenue to even take care of the infrastructure and roads here in Madison. Madison's going to continue to grow, but we must do so in a responsible manner. And that means not overwhelming our schools and in a way that generates sufficient revenues so that we can keep up with the infrastructure and road improvements that our city needs.
Thank you. The next question is, what is your strategy to ensure city growth aligns with your long-term vision and keeps pace with Madison's resources?
Well, growth has to be managed responsibly. Residential growth does not generate sufficient revenues to pay for city services, infrastructure, and road maintenance that we need. Residential growth is a net negative, so it must be balanced with sufficient commercial and industrial development. We must develop a strategic plan for growth and stick to that plan. But before we devise the plan, we need to have a dialogue with the residents of Madison and our school system to understand what growing to 80,000 residents really means and determine if that's what we really want. We need to monitor growth so it doesn't overwhelm our outstanding school system and our roads and our infrastructure.
Thank you. As a follow-up to that, how would you ensure that our schools are resourced to succeed?
That's a great question. One impact of rapid growth on our school system is the first-year carrying costs that are not covered by the current state education budget or the property tax increase that was recently passed for new school construction. The Education Trust Fund budget only covers the cost of educating the number of students who attended the previous year. So our state allocation for education funding is based on our student count from the previous fall. For a system that is growing at a pace of 500 students a year, that equals more than $1 million in additional operating costs that our district has to cover. Now, to find that money, Madison Schools has deferred maintenance. We've had to withstand one of the worst pupil-teacher ratios in the state. Any plan for growing the city has to take into account the impact on our school system.
Thank you. The last question is, what message do you have for Madison families during this very unusual time in our history?
Hang in there. This is temporary, and we will get through this together. You are living in the very best place, and your kids are attending the very best school system to weather this unprecedented time.
I agree. Thank you. Once again, Ms. Bartlett, I appreciate you taking time to do this interview with me today, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.